I do want to get to this news item about Joe Biden. I mean, folks, he's not dead. Believe it or not.
Not dead yet, bro.
Yeah, it's just he really should consider dying. But so he stopped by Harvard this week, and this is the New York Post covered it. Headline is Biden drops his melting ice cream bar after being smuggled into Harvard for surprise appearance.
Oh,
like
man,
he's young for
is...
Arafat or something.
Yeah. It says former President Joe Biden was smuggled into Harvard University for a surprise appearance Wednesday, during which he clumsily dropped his
surprise to him too.
It was smuggled, bro. I like the choice of the word smuggled. You know what I mean?
We brought several Bidens in a trench coat.
Yeah, that's right.
We were standing on each other's shoulders.
We brought them in through the Hamas tunnels under Harvard, actually.
yeah. That's right. But it says here, he was smuggled into Harvard for a surprise appearance Wednesday, during which he clumsily dropped his ice cream bar on the floor and mistakenly referred to Ukraine as Iraq.
Oh my God! Did George Bush also did that?
The 82-year-old's discussion with roughly 50 students at the Ivy League School's Institute of Politics was marked by embarrassing blunders similar to those that plagued his disastrous and short-lived 2024 re-election campaign, the Harvard Crimson reported. During his remarks, Biden accidentally referred to Ukraine as Iraq while discussing Russia's 3-year-old invasion of its European neighbor, prompting his longtime advisor, Mike Donnellan, now a resident fellow at the Institute, to correct him. The 46th president then bit into a melting ice cream bar that plopped onto the floor after the top.
Okay. I just gotta say, bro, it's one thing to eat an ice cream cone, and lick it and it falls and drops, right?
Yeah.
How do you drop an ice cream bar?
Bro,
that's a sandwich. It's a sandwich, bro. You holding it with both hands. How do you drop that shit?
It's got a stick on it.
It's also like the fact that it was melting means that it wasn't like they smuggle him to Harvard and they're like, oh, President Biden, we have a surprise for you. We have, like Jenny's ice cream bar bullshit. It means that he had one in his pocket for like hours. He was
melting.
He is Andrew's portrayal of him from that live show we did. It's perfect.
Why did he have to be smuggled?
I mean, presumably because he is detested.
Yeah.
They also probably didn't know where he was going,
They had to smuggle him in because if they didn't smuggle him in, like, it might break the... I think he thinks he's president right now. And if they have to sort of keep him sealed. It's like Goodbye Lenin. They're like, yes, Mr. President, right this way.
Bro, they had to create almost like a Truman Show virtual reality scenario for him to make him believe that this is why he had to go to Harvard,
Oops, drop my ice cream sandwich that's been melting in my pocket.
I mean, how you drop a sandwich on a stick, dog? I still don't understand it, man.
And I'm sorry, confusing Russia for Iraq, it's like not even like the two countries' names sound similar.
Bro, they hundreds of thousands of miles apart, dog.
Like Iraq and Iran, maybe you could forgive, but no. I mean, this is just humiliating. He should really consider dying. Honestly,
that is kind of the thing with very old people. I don't know how many incredibly old people have in their families, but once you get past Biden is not even 90 yet, but for us, once you get past the 90 mark and you see them and how much horrifying pain they're in, they're like, think about what they have gone through. The scariest thing when they were a kid was just to drink water that hadn't been burned for 24 hours. and now there's iPads and shit, and you see them and they're hunched over and just trying to keep their eyes open, and you want to be like, who's responsible for you being alive? Who's doing this to you? Can we get you some heroin? And I think there is, at least with people who lived through the Great Depression, which Joe Biden did not. He's not that old. There's a scarcity mentality, and I think for them, they're like, I need to get a good deal out of this life thing.
Right.
But for him, I don't get it. It's like he grew up after the war.
What I enjoy about this story is that clearly all the people that are still around Biden are still abusing him by making him do shit like this. Or telling him, you should go to an event where you talk unscripted to college students. Because it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let this man be. Just put him up in the beach house. Why do they continue to abuse this man and humiliate him with ice cream?
Well, it's like, what do they think they're going to get out of him? This is kind of a weird story, but I told it on the FYM podcast. But I have a very elderly family member who there was this guy at this like country club thing they would go to, right? And he would like hang out around her and like hover like a vulture over her while she was eating. This is like a very old person. And he would like drive her home and shit, which when I first heard the story, I was like, is he trying to fuck her? But eventually obviously this guy is like trying to ingratiate himself into this person's life. And he would sort of drop hints to the people that work there, like, oh, her family doesn't take care of her. And it's like, I don't know how this was supposed to work. Like, if you drive an old lady home enough times, is she like, you're going in the will. But eventually, like, he had dinner with one of her sons who does take care of her, right? And the only thing he got out of this was that he just talked for the entire lunch about, like, all the amazing shit he had done in his life, which I think he was a security guard. And
like stopping black kids from stealing
that type of stuff. And he basically tricked them, like this old lady and her son, into paying for the shrimp lunch. And that is kind of what I think about that guy when I see people who are still like hanging out around Biden, like trying to get something out of him, because it's like, Biden isn't one of these Hillary type people who made like $200 million out of all this. You're like, he's rich, but you're going to get like a fucking windbreaker and some shrimp.
What it's like too, bro. It's like the retinue of the dying king surrounded around his deathbed, trying to reap as much as they can before he like shuffles off this mortal coil,
Yeah, well, when their daimyo passes, they all have to commit ritual suicide. So,
and be buried with him.
Yeah,
but at least like a dying king is still king. This is
That's true. That's true.
You would get more hanging out with like the former court Jew. People will be so transactional that they think just because it's like the people who like do these horrible workouts that injure them because they think they're just because it feels bad, it's more effective.
Right.
This is so like morally bankrupt and nakedly like cynical that I must be getting something out of it.
Well, also too, I think like because these people don't have a theory of politics that actually involves any change, right? Or the fact that they can wield power. I mean, essentially it just becomes like, how can I benefit from this dying old man and his legacy? Why would you even want to benefit from his legacy?
Why would you want to be associated with it?
Yeah.
Trump won. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Like if you are a Biden guy and you take seriously everything Biden said in 2020, everything he said in 2024, then the best thing you could say about him is, oh, he delayed fascism by 4 years.
or you could argue, as we've said on the show, that like, him and the Democrats writ large normalized a lot of things that we're seeing now, right? They made it okay. They gave license to Trump and Republicans, conservatives to do what they're doing now.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you wonder why, like, all the deportations are proceeding apace, is because like half of the opposition party agrees with them.